Hello, hello, hello. This is the Vanilla JavaScript podcast. I'm Chris Ferdinandi, and today I'm talking about how to be a great JavaScript developer. So when I was a kid, my brother and I used to watch this absolutely zany science show called Beakman's World. And there's some clips on YouTube if you're not familiar with it. I'll throw one down in the show notes for you. It was really, really engaging, and I learned a lot from watching it. But the biggest thing that struck me was something Beakman used to say pretty often to the audience. And I'm paraphrasing here, but it was something to the effect of, being a scientist isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about knowing how to find them. And this is true for JavaScript too. Being a great developer isn't about knowing all the answers to every problem that's thrown at you. It means that you know how to solve those problems. You have systems and processes for working through them. You know how to break problems down into small parts, how to debug issues, and how to research possible solutions. But this learning to think in JavaScript mindset is one of the hardest things to learn. It's one of the hardest transitions to make when you're going from a beginner developer who's just trying to learn this stuff to someone who's a little bit more seasoned, to feeling like you really know what you're doing. You can learn about the different JavaScript methods and browser APIs, but to be a successful developer, you need to know when and how to use them. And making that transition is where many people that I've worked with struggle. You know what you want to do, but you have no idea where to even start. Maybe you eventually figure it out, but then you get stuck. So what happens then? You can go on Stack Overflow or try asking some folks, but it just it's tough. It's really tough. This is one of the hardest things for me when I was learning too. And so what I've tried to do is provide folks with a better way to learn. So I just relaunched something called the Vanilla JavaScript Academy over at vanillajsacademy.com. It's an 8-week program designed to help you think in JavaScript. It provides a structured learning path, lots of fun projects, and the support you need to work through challenges. So here's how it works. You watch and read. So every week, you're going to get a set of lessons, a mix of videos and articles focused on some core JavaScript topic. DOM manipulation, Ajax, working with state in JavaScript, things like that. Along the way, you're going to build awesome things. So with each set of lessons, you're going to get 2 fun projects to work on. They're going to reinforce everything that was covered in the lessons. And I don't give you answers. So in my pocket guides, I kind of will work through a project together. This is different. I give you a project, and then you're expected to kind of fumble your way through it on your own. And this is where a lot of the learning to think in JavaScript stuff actually happens. You're going to use what you learned that week to solve interesting problems and build cool stuff. Now, there's a good chance you're going to get stuck. I know I would. Most of my students do. So to help you there, you have the opportunity to connect with others and share your work. So to help support your learning, you can join weekly video office hours where you can ask me questions, share what you're working on, share what you did, and get some feedback. And you can also collaborate with your fellow students along the way in an exclusive private Slack channel that I have set up just for the program. So it's just your other peers. You're all working on the same thing at the same time, and you can get help if you need it. It's a great place to ask questions, share what you're learning, and get unstuck. The program kicks off on September 24th. I made some changes to this session. So the first one ran over the summer. And people really liked it, but I did get some feedback. So one of the things I did was I grew it. It used to be a 6-week program. It's now 8 weeks, just to give people a little bit more time to really absorb everything they're learning, which means some stuff that was covered in a single week of lessons is now split up across 2, just to give folks more time to really kind of wrap their heads around it. The other big change is I added a new set of lessons around debugging. I've heard this is an area where a lot of people get stuck. I saw it come up myself during a lot of the initial program, and I wanted to offer a week that was focused specifically on how to debug more effectively, since this seems to be such a challenging issue for so many people. If this all sounds interesting, the first program kicks off in a month, so on September 24th. If that sounds interesting, head over to vanillajsacademy.com to learn more. If you sign up before September 9th, you can use the code I know a guy, all one word, no spaces, I know a guy, to save 50% off. And that's an exclusive just for folks who are on my newsletter, people who are listeners of this show. So I don't offer that to everybody. So once again, vanillajsacademy.com and the code I know a guy sometime in the next 2 weeks to save 50%. If you have any questions, head over to gomakethings.com/about, where you can find my contact information, reach out and ask me any questions you have. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time. Cheers.